Summon today? No. Am I live?
Live.
For everybody who's been watching this already on Instagram a couple of days ago, you'll see we have a fly epidemic going on here. Well, I don't want to sound my backyard is a mess. We've got like 3 flies that are persistent and consistent. So we've started from scratch, and Roderick has a diversion tactic off to my right, your left, which isn't working. But nonetheless, it seems like it's. I mean, they're probably ate and gone back to bed, like. Anyways, as you know and have seen by the title, I am 20 pounds down. I feel a lot better since the last update video. Obviously, the last update video, see by that. I was battling with some back issues, and quite honestly, if I put myself back onto that time, I sucked it up so much. And for anybody who's had issues with their backs before, they will know and attest that there's nothing really you can do with this. There's issues at sleep at night, there's sitting down, and so I found myself kind of wandering and standing up on calls and stuff, and as soon as I sat down, like the drives home, and which like 20 to 30 minutes, the time when I got out of that car, I was like, shit. So it was kind of like a slap in the face for me, guys. It was truly a moment where it's like I truly have to now change my lifestyle patterns, and I have to do a lot of different things, different just from starting my day, ending my day, even the things that I do consume, because truly I lived this bodybuilder lifestyle now for 20 plus years, and retiring from that and taking on the work hat, and then filming periodically with the best that come into my gym, and not even having consistent training under my belt. In and around that, I was putting myself into a lot of frequent pain, whether it was my shoulder issues, back issues, whatever else. And that's down to my stupidity of turning that Flex Lewis, switch on and training with, the likes of the world's strongest men and the best in jiu-jitsu and the best in bodybuilding, and hanging with them, and then literally hanging in pain the next few days prior. So as you guys seen, in the last video, I jumped into a leg day, which it wasn't even going to be a crazy one, and just down to inconsistent move patterns and not training consistently, I found myself having that issue. So now fast forward to what I am today. I've changed my diet up, which, as you guys know, followed me consistently on various socials. I eat every day the same thing. I fast minimum of 12 hours a day, and that has been prolonged in some days, where as most also you guys know, I've had GI issues throughout my bodybuilding career, and now with the new hats that I'm wearing, what I find, eating carbs first thing in the morning is not conducive for me as much as I want to, and as much as I'd love to have a bowl of cereal and eat with my kid, PB&Js, and for me then to be dad and then go into work and have a full belly of food, and start consistently a day where everybody's running and gunning on the other end of the phone. I have to make decisions for the company, myself. It's so many different hats I'm wearing, like I said, personal brand to all the podcast stuff and gym stuff. It just wasn't serving me. So at first thing in the morning, I hit my cardio. I get up, I probably have about 20-30 minutes of planning. I use a journal of trying to put some thoughts down for the day. Of course, this fucking asshole decides to cut the fucking lawn behind us right now, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
You're loud enough.
Keep it all in. Are we swearing this too? You
No.
allowed to swear in this? No? I got it out the way. You. Ass. Back to being monetized. So, as I said, I start off my day with cardio. That was what I was saying? Was I saying that? Yeah. And sorry, prior to that, I start off my day. I sit out here. It's completely dark. I got the lights on. I get up around about 5:30. You guys see me getting up at 4:30 in the past. This is slid now again. I'm seeing where I am in my life and how it pertains to not only my decisions, but how it affects others around me. So starting my day off around about 5:30, I get out here. And I put some pen to paper, start journaling or putting some structure to the day, what I want from that day, what I want from the end of the week, what I want from, or what I'm trying to chase as an end goal, how close I am to that, new goal, dream of mine. So that's all a daily day. Then I start my cardio. And, as you see, I'm up on that cardio at 6 a.m., Pacific Coast time. I'm running and gunning, and I'm answering questions. I'm emailing. I'm doing a lot of things. And quite honestly, it's effortless cardio. And instead of me sitting down and doing all this from a computer, I'd rather move. And also functionally, mentally, blood flow wise, I'm in full flow and working straight away. So I've said this also many times. By the time that I get to work, which is normally about 9:30 after dropping off my daughter, these fucking flies, bro. I'm already 4 hours ahead of myself in terms of the day. So all that backlog of stuff has now been done on the cardio machine, and I truly prioritize my time more than ever, because I've taken on a lot of stuff this year, a lot of very exciting new business ventures, a lot of new stuff on the personal brand, a lot of stuff that you guys will be seeing now in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, next year. A lot of this stuff has got a big timeline on it. I ain't sitting still. So again, for me to have the best version of myself day in, day out, I got to have this systematic approach to it. So having that back issue, as I've said, hit the brakes, made me readdress a lot of things, from the diet to how I structure my whole mornings, and going back to that. I think this is probably the biggest change to all this. I get up, I do my cardio, I then factor in, I take my daughter to work, I come back, I get back on the cardio again just to loosen myself up, and I stretch. I stretch for a good 15-20 minutes, and as pathetic as that used to be in my life before, I think it was a waste of time. Truly now, it gets the best version of me. A nimble, flexible, pain-free flex going into work and starting a day is a completely different animal, as opposed to going in limping and sore this, sore that, and just sucking it up and trying to be I hate the word fake. It's just trying to mask something, right? That is there and it's real, and that pain was getting worse and it was flaring up. And again, some of the basic fundamentals of life is movement, right? Keeping nimble. You've heard about people who have lived a long life, and what they say, they just kept active throughout their life. And I went from being active pro bodybuilder who done copious amounts of cardio, lifted heavy amounts of weight, felt I was reasonably flexible, to then retiring and backing up and all these things that kind of got me to the top. And regression of cardio, regression of weights, regression of stretching, and damn well say it, I was okay for a very long time. I put myself into that situation where then things started to degrade fast, I would say. Injuries, aches and pains. So here I am right now when I start my day off with cardio, stretching. I've invested in so many different things. Like I've got a sauna, I've got a cold plunge, and these things I've now, again, people the other side of the world might be like, oh, that must be fucking nice. It's like, I never had this, but I also know what it's like to be in pain. And you think I want to put an hour and a half to 2 hours every single day of my time into doing all these things? It's just part and parcel of it, and I have the means to do it, and I just have to commit myself. So and it's gone now to even looking at things from the micro level, from even footwear. And this is a question I want to ask you guys and girls out there. What kind of footwear do you use? Walking, cardio, bodybuilding community to the hybrid community. What kind of footwear you use? I actually got given a pair of New Balance that I've been using, and my old Nikes, being as stubborn as a mule as I am, that I've used for cardio for many years. The rubber has worn off, just like my fucking truck tire the other day. Insert truck tire. The covers, let me get my words out. Them shoes served their practice, but they did definitely don't serve the practice now. So I just got a pair of brand new Balance that were just sitting on the shelf, and they are kind of right now, suffice to say, they're doing well. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Again, I've suffered from all the cliche athlete stuff, plantar fasciitis, what I have, obgus schlatters. I've got all these different things from my training days and track and field days, so they've all prolonged themselves into bodybuilding. So right now, with this massive weight loss that I've had, I'm trying to put it to good use where I'm able to stretch more, which you guys can see. I've even shocked myself because I used to be incredibly flexible, hence the nickname. For those who don't know, that's where it came from, being flexible, playing rugby and getting out of predicaments and tackles. And I was incredibly flexible. And again, flexibility and bodybuilding are not two things that go hand in hand. Being as flexible as possible, yes, allows supple muscle growth and the ability to have a certain clean look and etc. So many different benefits. But in terms of retirement now, flexibility has jumped to the top of the list, and stretching now is a daily part of my day. And when I walk out of that, the system, the method I have here, cardio, stretching, sauna, and cold plunge. Cold plunge is kind of periodic. I start my day, honest to God, driving to the gym with such euphoria and just feeling just loose. By the end of the day, it's a different fucking thing. So that's one of the reasons why I've started to stretch twice a day. And again, I'd love to hear your feedback too in the comment section about what you do, for your stretching. Again, I've learned everything from YouTube. I have no mentor, I have no coach. My brother's a strength and conditioning coach. Him and I are meeting up in the next couple of weeks where he's flying in and he's going to kind of put me through something for you guys on camera. But a little brag for my brother. My brother was headhunted to go and play, playing coach if he wanted to, but as the head coach for one of the Chicago teams. So he's over not only the Chicago Hounds, but he's also at two other Chicago teams, with the females also included, which beat another team this weekend over 100 points, which in rugby, when you score 5 points and 2 points for a conversion over the post, you can do the math. That's a lot of fucking tries. So congratulations to my brother. He's doing incredible things. And again, headhunted, earned, not given, hasn't abused his brother for any connections, and this is something he's done on himself. So I'm very proud of my brother. Again, opened his own doors, nothing to do with me, and again, different sport, different field, but top of the game, let me tell you. So he's coming in and he's going to help me. He's going to put something together, and we guys are going to film something on YouTube. Again, these are the things now that have changed my life and truly made a massive difference in business and bodybuilding training. So with me getting back on the horse with the injuries and working around that stuff, I've also rounds me off to why we all started this transformation. November 15th is coming, my big 4, my 40th birthday, and I've said, many months ago, shout out to Jay Cutler, he done the Fit for 50, and we started as a team putting something together, ready for my transformation. So obviously Jay's ended in August, and what a fantastic job he done. I'm 10 years his younger, what's 10 years his junior, and but nonetheless, he's an inspiration to me and many others. But I wanted to go a little different route. Jay wanted to kind of do a contest prep and get down as lean as possible. I wanted to make sure that I now kind of be in the best, stronger, faster, endurance, flexibility version of what I was 6 months ago. So my goal is then to continue this, 6 months, and have updates and stuff like this. Not to this extent, of course, but nonetheless, you're going to see me on the daily with the Instagram and stuff and see what I'm doing there. So make sure you guys follow that in stories. I'll be posting a lot more. Generally, we're going to, at the end of that, then have a couple of goals. I want to, this fly again, it's all over your lens, by the way. Sorry, guys, if you see this thing flying in front of you. But we're going to have some goals for myself to achieve, and that is going to be, outlaid soon. Probably on the next update, but right now secretly I'm working on some running, trying to make sure that my knees and my ankles, and as you heard, with the shoes, you can see the direction I'm going. I want to make sure that I get a mile done with ease. I've been, I guess more than anything else, I'm shocked just how cardiovascularly fit I've kept myself with doing really nothing but bare basic treadmill. and I'm shocked just how fast flexibility has come back by putting in daily work. You know, granted, I've been doing this now for the last couple of weeks, but it's shocking just how fast I've been able to, you know, get back to feeling, you know, 10% like the athlete I used to be. But it's just, it's a start, right? And that's what kind of the whole method and message right here is, you know, everybody wants to do something, but they always have an excuse to start. I fucking have so many. All these things are no cliche and no pun intended, but the first steps to progression. And, you know, this goes for everything in life. Better dad, better business guy, better bodybuilder, better athlete, whatever, fill in the gaps. And I found myself making them excuses. Well, you know, here we are now, a couple of weeks in. I kept this stuff, you know, as secret as I can. But obviously I post some stuff on social media, and you guys have been asking me the question what my goals are and what my November 15th plans are. So outside of a photo shoot, I want to be, you know, in good shape. I think I'm pretty close to what I want to be. So I think the bigger goals now is cardiovascularly and focusing on that, because right now I'm very lean. As you guys can see, my face is all sucked in. I kind of looking rough and old because my face has got so lean. But you know, 20 pounds is 20 pounds, and that is a lot of weight when you hold that 20 pounds in your hand, you know. And that to come off my frame, and I was already lean, to be leaner now, I'm going to be more prone to some injuries if I don't watch myself. So having that extra cushion of fat being gone from the lifting element, but in terms of aiding myself for the progression of my running and cardiovascular side of things is a great you know, tool on my side. So without harping on any longer, because I know I've been here long enough, we got a lot of cool things that are coming down the pipeline. A lot of cool, funny, comedic stuff. The podcast has been, my gosh, has blown up. Thank you, guys, girls. You know, I didn't go into this to be a podcast host. I went into this to interview my friends, and, you know, if that's the cliche tag I get now, podcast host or whatever, so be it. But, you know, I'm a guy who grew up with a speech impairment and has forced myself to be on camera and do these interviews. You guys have seen me back, you know, 20, 15 years ago on YouTube, stuttering and muttering, but I done it. I forced myself into more comfortable elements, and now I'm talking to a piece of plastic, which I couldn't do before. And now I'm obviously interviewing people and trying to get the best version of them, ultimately getting the best version of me. So that has now been an investment of mine post-retirement, among other things. But that, again, is one of the top of the trees now, and it's because of the love and support I get from you guys and all the comments you give me. Trust me, if you comment, I'm replying back. My team is replying back. We love to hear from you, good, bad. Just we want feedback. We love to hear what you think about the episode and how it touched you, or how, you know, it's brought some sort of you know, light into your life. We've got a lot of crazy and great guests, and we've got a lot more massive guests. I mean, guests that blow my mind that are coming on the show. But again, this is from year to the end of the year. Until then, new Studio One is finished. If you guys have seen, Bedros Koulian was the first guest on the podcast, and again, what a guest that guy was. And, you know, we worked on that guest for quite some time, and I held back that studio launch just for him. And again, how much of a great show was that? And if you haven't not seen it, I'll link below. And now we start off on Studio 2. So we've got another project that we're taking place of. It's already started. It's already started getting put together, and it's going to be a completely different style to Studio 1. And again, my co-hosts and guests we have for that mind-blowing. So it's all about giving value back to the community that supported me. So please, again, if you haven't subscribed over that channel, please do. That being said, you know, more videos coming soon. I appreciate you guys. Get out of here.